In this video I'm going to show you how I extended my 30-day visa exempt entry into Thailand and how you can do the same in about an hour. We all know the importance of having your travel paperwork in order, and Thailand is no exception. You do have to follow the rules, and they're perhaps a little less forgiving than some other countries. No offense to Thailand, but they do have some strict guidelines we need to follow. If you're in the Philippines, you know that you can just go to a local immigration bureau branch office and your monthly or your 60 extension fees, and you're good to go. In Thailand, not so. The on-arrival visa is usually good for only 30 days, depending on what country you're from. And you're only allowed to extend that one time. Me and my travel partner, we had to go to the main government center. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but it's a big building. It's huge. In fact, I've never ever seen a building with a so big on the inside, and they have lots of food courts and other offices. It's not just the local the immigration government that lives or resides in this building. But you go to building B. The building is kind of a big square complex, but you tell the taxi driver or whatever map you're looking at, look for building B, and then on the ground floor you'll see a immigration office entrance. They are closed for lunch between 12 and 1, so nothing happens. People just basically wait outside the building or in the hallway, and the people and the staff in the immigration office, they lock the doors. You cannot enter their office, and you have to leave. Basically, all that you need to do, at least in my case, rules change all the time, but in my case I had to get a passport photo, and you had to make photocopies of the pertinent pages in your passport, like the main passport page, the extension, not the extension, but the arrival visa page. And you should also make a photocopy of your slip that you got when you entered Thailand, and then you have to fill in a form. People are very friendly at the counter in the immigration office. If you have any questions, they'll help you, but you just tell them you want to extend your on-arrival visa, and they'll give you a form to fill out. And there's some examples on the bench where you fill out your form, how to correctly fill out the form. It's a little hard because the lines kind of blend together between English and Thailand and open spaces, so you got to be careful and even ask the staff on the counter if it's correctly done. And in my case there was several things wrong, so they had to fill it out for me. But once that's done, you're good to go. You get a number in line when you go inside the actual immigration office. The information desk is kind of outside or in the front area of all of the offices, but once you get inside the heart of the immigration, they'll give you a number, and it's very efficient. They announce the numbers, and you kind of just find your area in the waiting area, and it was very smooth and seamless for me. I think I waited about 60 minutes before I had to present my papers and myself in front of the immigration officer. And at the end of the brief interview, she asked for my phone number to write on the photocopies that I had made. I also had forgotten to sign all the photocopies, so I had to do that. And then she finally asked me for the payment, which I gave her in cash. And then she said, just wait in front of her desk, or briefly outside her desk, which I did. And within 5 minutes I was called up to collect my receipt and my passport, and I was good to go. So it's the only time that it takes to extend your visa is the time in traffic to and from the immigration office. It's not in the central downtown Bangkok area. It's kind of 45 minutes away by taxi. If you're using Grab car, which is what I did, and I recommend others do the same, it's very convenient. They can pick you up at your hotel or your apartment, and they just drive you straight to the front door of the immigration building. Very convenient. I paid around 300 something baht, maybe 320, I forget exact amount, but depending on the traffic and what route the driver takes, and of course where you live in Bangkok, it could probably be anywhere from 300 to 400 baht. But it's quite doable, especially if you're traveling with a travel companion. You will be sharing the cost of the taxi, so it's not like, super expensive. I would recommend taking a taxi, because if you do public transportation, there's several steps and several things you need to do. You need to take the train, you need to take the bus, you need to walk or take a bike, not a bicycle, but a motorcycle, hire a motorcycle rider. So it's like a three-step process rather than just a simple one-step process with a taxi or a Grab car. So that's what I would recommend. And it's, to summarize, it was very painless, very smooth, and very fast. I was surprised. I was expecting to waste most of my day, but we went just before lunch. We arrived there at noon. While we got oriented and found the right entrance to the immigration section, we had lunch in the food court downstairs. It was very cheap, only $1 or $2 for a good meal. We went back up to the immigration office that had opened at 1 p.m. and we did our stuff. So entering the immigration office and walking away with our visa was about an hour, maybe an hour and 5 minutes. Most of the time, like I said, will be in your transportation to and from the immigration building, and possibly the time you would take to eat lunch, but that's what you do anyway every day, so I wouldn't count that. But it was very smooth. People are friendly, and I don't believe you can extend your on-arrival visa a second time. You can only extend it one time. So if you need to stay longer, you should get a tourist visa. And please note, this is not legal advice or trying to tell you the rules of immigration in Thailand. You should go to their Thailand website and get the actual rules that are currently active when you're interested in extending your visa. I'll put the link below this video, and you should check that before you do anything or any decisions regarding your visa or extending your visa. Hope this was helpful for you guys. Have a good day.